And we are pre-recorded.
Yay!
Yeah, look at that. We got a little something there.
So
Right?
exciting.
Like we rehearsed that or something, Welcome in, everyone, to the second half of our two-part journey to rescue a youngish elven lad and other stuff that Jacob will tell you about later. I'm just here to say hi and welcome into Hit Points Not Required and RPGFamiliar. We are doing a collaboration here for you. But as always, we should start off telling you who the blazes we are. And we will start by saying we once again have our tail weaver extraordinaire, Jacob.
Hello, that's me. I'm Jacob. I'm your tail weaver. There's not much else to say. Move on. Stay away from me.
Moving
Move along.
right
Nothing
along.
to say.
Stay away. I don't want to talk to you.
This is not the tail weaver. No, this is the tail weaver we're looking for.
This is the tail weaver.
Moving right along, though, clearly the only hope we have of getting through this adventure with all of us still slightly crispy, burned, whatever. If you've watched the last episode, you might understand that, but it's Krystal.
I threw that fireball away from us, sir. We are not burned.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Krystal. I'm playing Willow.
It's like trying to throw something out the window of a moving car. It just goes all over the side of your own.
Well, moving on from Krystal, we will try not to get burned. But vying for the most attention and the fastest driver and everything else that we can possibly have in this adventure is Vi.
Hello, I'm Vi, and I'm playing Sally with no brakes on our car. Or our prototype, excuse me.
I mean, brakes are overrated anyway. You don't win races by slowing down. I mean, anyway,
True.
I am Chuckles. I am here just to occupy this square in the corner here. Nothing else to do. We're not going to fix this vehicle. We're not going to cause trouble. We are not going to do anything crazy or wild at all. But speaking of crazy and wild, the man with the wildest name on the cast, James.
Yes, hello, it is I, James, with the most unique name you've ever heard. I'm playing Wallace. I'm the giant bear with a plan, which is hurt people.
That is indeed some form of a plan. It won't help us win the race, but it is maybe
different
not.
Priorities,
Priorities are important. Rounding out our collection, this menagerie that we have here today, we have our favorite shade of purple, Violet.
That's me. I'm Violet, and I've already been hit with an axe. So let's see how it goes.
You ever been hit with a bear with an axe? I have.
Well, that is our collection of actors and personalities for you today. Without further ado, we don't have anything else to do other than remind you that we are in a push to get 1,000 followers. So please scan the QR code as it comes up to our beacons. Join 1, 2, 3, all of our platforms, social medias. Try and get notified. We'd love to talk with you more and take you along with us on this wild ride that is Hit Points Not Required. And with that, let's get a little more familiar with our adventure today. Jacob?
You almost veered off the road there, but you kept it on track. As I do this bit, can I get everyone on the underneath just to start singing "Get Your Motor Running"? Head out on the highway. Excellent. So, oh boy, yeah, I forgot that it's Zoom and we're all staggered.
It's not gonna happen.
We are coming back to our adventure. Yes, we can. Rook, fix that in post, please. Is that a shake of the head? Is that a tip of the hat? No. Tip of the hat. Behind the scenes action for you guys. We're loose. We come back to the city of Ryama, not that far from Kagi, in the lower city of Low Reach, after you guys met with the owner of Krystal Industries, who had her son kidnapped and ransomed back to her. You guys, Wallace and Willow, hired as bodyguards, as people to save her son. Hog, Ilana, and Sally as people working on a prototype vehicle, a war machine-like vehicle that the kidnappers seem interested in. You guys were told to head down to Low Reach for one of the street races there and maybe win the boy back, Pink Slip style. Try not to lose the prototype, Pink Slip style. And as you guys went down there with Willow and Wallace heading over there to kind of chat with the dwarves of the charcoal chariot, you managed to negotiate for their mechanic to come over and take a look. And as the race started and you all raced back to your respective vehicles, you scooped up Wallace on the way and you set off along the railed kind of track and then veered off into the streets of Low Reach, this mountainside city. As we began, a lot of chaos, fireballs were thrown, axes were thrown, and as we come back to this chaos, as ball bearings are thrown off the back of your cart towards the dwarven vehicle that is racing along behind. The human vehicle, the Burgundy Blitzer, and the Wonder Wagon at the very front there with the Leonin hair flapping in the breeze, mane rather, flapping in the breeze. We come back to this moment in our initiative as we zoom around the car. Hog, where do we find you on this enormous vehicle? Huge spiked wheel at the front, ballista, grappling hook, that sort of thing. Where do we find you as we come to your point in initiative?
Well, certainly not on the ballista nor on the grappling hook. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. But yeah, thanks for introducing and giving this freeze frame here moment. Hi, I'm Hog. I'm the engineer here. I'm just trying to keep this thing running together because prototypes are just stupid to be actually put in a race. I don't know why they do this. These things, they never work right. But yeah, anyway, yes, as you can see, I'm a hedge, a little over 2 feet tall, and wearing coveralls and covered in grease and chocolate in equal amounts. We're in a bit of a bind here because we've got a lot of downdraft on this thing. We've got a bear on top of our car. I'm like connected to the car in like a little engineer's bubble, but I'm going to reach over, reach in my pocket, and pull out this little key-like object, coppery, really gem-encrusted key, lean over and twist it, and a door is going to slide open right underneath Wallace so that he can non-gracefully fall ka-plunk into the vehicle.
Huge bear lands in the vehicle as we
Did he
zip
land
out of
on
our...
top of the elven man?
Probably.
Wallace,
There's not a lot of
Wallace,
room in here. Would you rather be
Wallace,
on top of the elven male or outside the car?
as this J. Giles band freeze frame unfreezes, can you go ahead and give me a D100 roll, please, Wallace? Yes, I'll get a reference in wherever I can.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
D100, Wallace. This is how we instill
73.
some... 73. You land just beside, just narrowly avoiding he and Willow, but you are cramped in here as Hog does that. Hog, back to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to twist the key back, pull it away, close the door, the instant door, as it were, and go, phew, all right, step on it, Sally, and then realize that we have launched in midair, if I remember correctly, from last time, and stepping on it's not really going to do anything, and I changed my mind and go, hold on, everybody!
I step on it as the wheel just
You step on it. Willow's head just out the window with the crossbow, just to tie us into last session. And as the car hits the ground, you watch as the human vehicle in front of you is going to. You watch as the back of it splits open, and as it splits open, kind of lifts ever so slightly, and you watch as what look to be bundles of carpets just kind of land on the road in front of you. Sally, I need you to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for your vehicle here. Bearing in mind the vehicle has minus two to its dex.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that would be a 15.
15 is enough. Tell me how you navigate around these suspiciously body-looking carpets.
As the carpets go, I just maneuver the vehicle to the left, mincing some tables and chairs that were outside, and veer back onto the road.
Yeah, we see Leonardo DiCaprio and Elliot Page standing there. They narrowly get out of the way as the Christopher Nolan kind of explosion as you kind of tear past. As all that tears through there, that is going to bring us down to your car. Sally, what are you doing with your vehicle here on this turn? You've got some countermeasures. You've got your own kind of driving speed. Where are you going as these dwarves are behind you about to take their turn?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little J-turn maneuver as I flip the car around.
Handbrake.
So I'm pointing directly towards them, and I'm going to blind them. Flick on the spotlight and try to blind them.
Excellent. Excellent. You spin around, you slap it in reverse and try and maintain speed as you're going. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What do you need from me? You need a saving throw for the dwarves?
Yes, that would be a DC 15 con save or be blinded.
Okay, excellent. Here we go. That is okay. I'm gonna roll with disadvantage here because you do have a whole mess of dwarves in there, blasting them. Beautiful. You watch as you flick the lights on, high beams. You blast them. As you blast them, you are now moving in reverse. I'm going to say it's half speed as you're in reverse, but you're still well in front of them. As they're blinded, they are now heading towards the ball bearings. And that is essentially your car's turn. I'm dropping shit everywhere. Anything you say? Anything else you want to do?
I'm going to attempt to J-turn back to heading forward as soon as I can. I don't know if this is this turn or next turn.
I'll say either your turn or your car's next turn. I cannot keep anything on my desk right now. That is going to bring us. I got it. That is going to bring us to. Stay. Is going to bring us to the dwarves. You guys watch as you're reversing away from them. They catch up a little bit towards you as they close 30 feet. However, I'll make a real quick dex save as they hit the ball bearings. That is a fail. As they hit the ball bearings, you watch as their wheels they spin and slide and start to spin towards you. They're going about your speed in reverse as they start to wheel out of control. They are going to go ahead. They are blinded. I'm going to go ahead and give them one roll to try and keep themselves steady, or this could end a little poorly for them. Where are we? Excellent. You watch as they try to right themselves. They go from spinning that way. They turn. The wheel clips a ball bearing, and now they just just Casino Royale rolling towards you. As that's happening, that is going to bring us back around top to Ilana and Willow, depending on which one of you guys would like to jump on first.
I'll go.
Okay.
Speaking of jumping, what I'm gonna do. So I'm sort of clinging on to the back of the vehicle right now. Actually, the back is now the other side.
Yeah, you're facing the rest of the race as they kind of wheel around between buildings, narrowly missing them. And you can see that you're now the front of the vehicle.
So I'm going to start to kind of scramble over the vehicle back towards the front of the vehicle, but the direction where the dwarves are. And just at sort of the top of the vehicle, I'm just going to push off with my feet and just jump. And in midair, these silvery beams of light just burst from my shoulder blades and fan out into wings. And I'm going to fly over the car behind us. And when I get within 10 feet of that vehicle, I'm going to pull from my pocket a tiny little packet from my utility belt of many tools. I'm going to pull out a tiny little packet and tear it open, and sort of a rusty red dust just scatters out right below me onto the vehicle as I drop my dust of corrosion.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Beautiful. This dust, as their car is flipping, slow motion, dust starts to peel on it, and parts of their vehicle just fly back as they.
And yeah, I'm gonna kind of just stay, sort of, with whatever movement I have, stay along with where they are, hovering above,
Beautiful.
and that's my turn.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is going to bring us down to you, Willow.
Okay. I think I'll try to cast my Thorn Whip to try to catch the car, like slow it down, like right in front of it, so that it like hits the whip. And if he happens to land in a position where I can see the driver through the window, I'd like to take a shot with the crossbow.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me. We'll leave this up to chance as to whether you can see him or not.
Okay.
Higher is better with our D100 improv rolls here.
Okay. How do I do this again? It's been a minute.
The one with the double numbers on it is the 10 is the what am I trying to say? The tens, yeah, and then the single D10 is the second
single
number.
digit. Okay, then straight 60.
Straight 60. Okay, beautiful. You kind of whip at the car as it flips. You don't see the driver, the burly guy, but you do see the mechanic holding on for dear life. The young guy with the kind of the mutton chops there, the guy that you actually met. He looks terrified. He's just screaming as it goes. Ah!
I think he's harmless. I won't shoot him.
Okay. You can hold your action to shoot when you see
I'll hold it in case for when I want to shoot the actual driver.
Beautiful. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is going to bring us down to Wallace. Yeah.
Alrighty. Me being inside of the vehicle, I think I'm just going to brace Willow. So I'm going to put one paw up onto the roof and the other paw ready to grab Willow if we were to turn too difficult, like a really steep turn, if you will. So I'll hold my action to, I guess, grapple Willow.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. As you're holding your action to grapple Willow, should she fall out, as we come down to Sally's turn, Sally, as you're reversing, you would see that you pass by a turn and you glance over and you see that the human vessel, the haste fort, the Burgundy Blitzer and the Bronze Better went down that direction, and you've just passed that turn off, like you've just missed the turn off to kind of whip around. What would you like to do?
So we just passed it. We're in reverse. I see them over, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I quickly put the car into drive and use the grappling hook to help winch us to this turn.
Beautiful. The gears groan in protest, and Hog and Alana immediately. You kick up a bunch of the gravel and dust, and you hit the corner. And as you pull the vehicle, you take a little bit of speed. You swing, and as you swing, you watch as that dwarven vehicle is coming closer and closer and closer. And as you reach that corner, give me a real quick, straight up, just D20 minus dexterity.
11.
11, beautiful. As you pull yourself back towards that corner, that dwarven vessel just almost clips you. And as it does, it hits the back end of your vehicle. The back end as you swing around. Luckily, Alana's no longer on it, but your vehicle is just going to take a cheeky, where are we? 18 points of damage as the dwarven vehicle clips it. But you make it into that alleyway, and you see the vehicles moving ahead of you at an incredible pace. Anything else you want to do there? I'll say that's your action essentially.
Yeah. I'll bonus action cast Bardic Inspiration on Hog.
Oh, nice. What do you shout out to Hog?
I say, sorry, Hog. You can get on that now or later, whenever you want.
Whenever's convenient for you.
Oh boy.
This bloody thing's not tested for that. Can you keep us on the road?
I am. We're on the road.
Excellent. Grappling hook flies off and you continue down. Looking up ahead, you can see that the Leonan's vehicle, the chariot, is continuing on. You see the Leonan standing up on top. He's about 60 or 80 feet away from you. And as he's standing up on top there, you watch as he just claps his hands together and spreads them wide. And as he does, this single ball of arcana starts to build and then just flings forward towards the Burgundy Blitzer. If I can get Willow, if you want to go ahead and roll a d20 for me, and we're going to -2 from it. As this ball of arcana kind of expands, it hits the bronze better, wallops, rolls past it, clips the sides of the alley as well, and they start to kind of flake away.
19.
19, 17. Okay, excellent. You watch as the bronze better is hit. It takes half of that. 12, 33 half. Excellent. As the bronze better takes 16 points of damage, you watch as the human kind of struggles to keep the vehicle. It slows. It comes a little bit closer to you guys. You're kind of just behind the bronze better there as it clips the sides, and that arcane ball retracts in. The Leonan kind of turns and kind of jumps back behind the reins there. As that happens, we come down to Hog. What would you like to do?
Oh, well, fantastic. So you said that Leonin fella is like 30, 60 feet ahead of us. How far is it?
He'd be 60 to 80 feet now. It's the human in front of you on the Burgundy Blitzer that would be right in front of you. Yeah.
Oh, so there's a human. So we got the human on the Burgundy Blitzer. And is that are they driving? Are they like the driver?
Yeah. The human's driving that one. Yeah.
Well, fine. All right. So I'm just going to pray for a second. Our Lady of Engineering, cast this quill-forsaken human from this realm, and I'm going to cast banishment.
Oh shit.
Excellent. You watch as the human in the Burgundy Blitzer just disappears, and the Burgundy Blitzer starts to flip and smash in front of you. As it smashes in front of you, you approach it rapidly, Sally. It's now another obstacle in the way, but that person is long gone. We'll figure out what happens with inertia and the laws of physics when they come back from banishment. But right now, rather than just sitting in an empty kind of trans-dimensional space, they are just going hurtling through at the same speed that they were driving.
All right, I got
anything
that
else you
one,
want to do,
Sally. Next one's on you.
Don't worry, you prepared something just for this. And I'm going to, of course, this is a mining rig also. And so I'm going to mince the car in front of us.
Yeah.
That's hurtling towards us with our giant wheel.
Do you want to tell me what happens with those spikes in the giant wheel as you press the mince button?
Spikes jut out. I feel sorry for the road that's destroyed in front of us. As the road is destroyed, and as you just hear the crunching of metal and rubber and oil spraying everywhere.
I feel sorry for the road is an incredible sentiment.
Someone has to fix it, not me.
As you use your hero car action to mince that and get rid of that obstacle out of your way, you push through, and you can see the bronze better pretty far ahead of you as it takes another turn, curves towards the kind of the mountain where the mining kind of area is. You can see it's heading towards a trail that kind of curves around over the top where the mine is. You see the path seems to curve up the mountain ever so slightly across a very thin ridge and then drops down around back onto the railway line that leads into the finish line there. You look back. As you look back, the dwarven vehicle is just bits and pieces flying off, and not too dissimilar, Hog. I shit you not. Before you picked that item, I was like, these guys should have an item like this, right? You watch as part of the dwarven vehicle, the mining cart splits off, and it's like those motorcycles from the third Men in Black. There seems to be some sort of like metallic tub that just the big burly driver and the mechanic are in, and a single iron kind of wheel that's spinning around the outside as they, in some sort of singular one wheel, start to as they chase on after you. Watch as the rest of their vehicle explodes in the background, and 2 dwarven lives are lost as they detach and continue to chase. They really, they've really been fucked by initiative, which is great. That's all they can do, which is going to bring us back around to Alana and Willow. What would you guys like to do as this little one chases after you? Whoever would like to go first.
Well,
Stare down.
I can go
you
if
could
you want a
probably.
second.
I'll say, Willow,
I mean,
you can release your held action real quick before it comes to your turn, because you do see the dwarven leader there. Yeah, so
Sure.
go ahead and do that first, and then we'll jump to Ilana, then back to you.
I'm going to shoot from my Starshoot light crossbow, which, when I hit a creature with a ranged attack using this crossbow, it also deals fire damage as well.
Beautiful. Go ahead and give me an attack roll as you fire out. You distinctly remember someone from the Hearth family's kind of team here saying that head out the window is bad, but as Wallace kind of uses his action to steady you, I'll give you a good old flat roll on that.
9.
9, excellent. It flies back. What you don't see is in that wreck of the dwarven vessel, the one that survived is just like, well, that's gonna hurt, and it just drops to the ground.
He deserved it.
Out of his pocket, a little note falls out. Have fun at the race, Dad. As we cut away from
I don't see that though. That's on the road.
No, none of you
This
see
is
that.
pure
No,
pain
no
for
one knows that.
Krystal.
Excellent. Enya starts playing somewhere way back, and you don't know where it's coming from. Anything else you want to do, Willow?
Is it like, was that my turn, or is it just releasing?
How many attack actions do you have?
That
no,
was your
yes.
held action.
That was your held actions. So we're going to come to your turn proper now, and Alana as well. So it's up to you guys.
If I throw another fireball, am I gonna hit you?
Me? Maybe.
There's only one way to find out.
Like, how high above them are you now?
Get murdered by my own team here. I mean, I'm about 10 feet above it or so. I'm within 10 feet of the vehicle, because that's where I
Careful,
had to
that's
drop
within
the
axe
dust
throwing
from.
range.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do. You don't know me. You just met me. Do what you gotta do.
This is true.
You're like every new person in a one shot who's just like, I can just fireball my friends, can't I?
Dude, I have never played a character that has fireball, so I'm having
Enjoy
fun.
it.
Exactly.
If you got it, burn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw another one.
Excellent. Oh goodness. Beautiful. Dexterity saving throws. Excellent. I will need one from you, Ilana.
Certainly.
Where's your volume? One from you, Ilana. I'm going to do one each for our lads, and one for the vehicle. Excellent. Beautiful. Excellent. What is your save DC there, Willow?
It says 14.
14. Excellent. Okay. Your fireball goes off. What'd you get there, Ilana?
Oh, I got a 10.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll your damage, Willow, as this thing explodes.
Okay. the robotic dice got stuck in the corner. Okay, there we go.
22 points of damage. Excellent. Boom! As the fireball recedes, you see their vehicle not too poorly damaged, but definitely got hit by that. You can see the dwarf, the big burly dwarf, holding onto this kind of connected kind of U joystick. You see his beard a little bit on fire, but he doesn't seem as hurt as he could have been by that. However, the mechanic in the back is going as he got hit by the full brunt of it. Alana as well, hit by the full brunt of it.
Actually, I happen to be particularly quick, so I managed to evade the worst of it and take a little bit less damage.
Excellent. You zip away from the fire there. Anything else you want to do, Willow?
I guess I have action surge, so I guess I get to do another one. I'm not another fireball. I'm out of that spot. Okay, you're done with that. What I will do then is, I guess I'll just try another thorn whip. Try to knock them over, because you said it's just it's like a pod.
Yeah, like a pod with a single like a bit of railing that's been bent around it that just seems to be spinning with arcane kind of runes, keeping it magnetically over the top of this pod.
Okay. And I'm just gonna try to knock it so that it's like to its side.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make an attack roll if it's a thorn whip.
12.
12 does not hit. We're looking for a 17. Whoosh! As your thorn whip goes out, it bounces off the spinning wheel there. Excellent. Anything you want to do there, Alana?
Yeah, so Alana starts a little bit wondering if maybe Wallace and Willow had a secondary mission to take her out, but is way too distracted to think about that right now. She just saw the prototype get clipped and take some damage, and so my wings, the silvery light of my wings, just turn into a streak of light behind me as I zip forward, coming through this blazing fireball like an action movie, blowing up behind me as I come flying out of the fireball and just throw myself against the back of the vehicle or say, "Baby, no!" And I throw my hands against the prototype, and sort of silvery white light just sort of pulses across my hands as I attempt to use healing hands on the car. Which probably doesn't work, but I don't care.
Well, how much does your healing hands do?
I think it's like 3d4.
Go ahead and roll 3d4, and I'll give your vehicle half that healing, since you're a mechanic, but it's not an organic creature. But go ahead as you slap your hands on and
8 points.
Excellent.
It's a moment of desperation.
Yeah, beautiful. That is going to bring us down to you, Wallace. As you're holding onto Willow, you can see that the elven lad on the ground there is still asleep, and you can see that this dwarven vehicle is racing towards you. The lead dwarf looks almost manic with his determination there.
I think I'm going to pop out of the sunroof momentarily, just kind of standing up in my seat. I was checking my equipment in the meantime. I realized I have a flask of oil. I'm going to try to throw that. If he has any kind of windshield or anything like that, I'll throw it on that. If I could just see his body, I'm going to try to throw it on him. So he needs to make a dex save, DC 14.
Okay. As you toss that there, that is a 12.
Okay.
Oily dwarf.
Yeah, so he's doused in oil. If anybody does any kind of fire on him, he'll take 5 fire damage
do that?
over time. Who would do that? Who would possibly do that? And then let me just double check my bonus actions real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not raging anymore. That's for sure. I think that's all I've got. I think I'll duck back down into the cart, and then I'll end my turn.
Excellent. You duck back down into the cart, bringing us down to Sally. Sally, you can see the bronze better, the Leonin, kind of curving around the corner about 60 or 80 feet ahead. Behind you, this one wheel about 30 feet behind you. Very fast, very agile, but not very strong, this one wheel. What would you like to do?
Yeah, can I see the driver, the Leonin driver?
I'll say yes. You can see the driver. You've got a glimpse of them right as they whip around the corner and head up along the top of the kind of the mountainside there.
I would like to polymorph him into a rat.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. What's the distance on your polymorph there?
60 feet. So you said 60 to 80. It depends on what you want.
He will attempt to counterspell that as you're hurling it at him.
Okay.
But what we'll do is we'll go ahead. Those dang new rules, guys. Those dang new rules. I believe it's a con save for him or something.
It's a con save for me, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and get a con save.
Yeah, and I have Warcaster. Does that apply here?
You're not concentrating on a spell. It's
okay,
just a, yeah.
A 4.
Okay. I'm so sorry. He dismisses that. Let me make sure I'm marking off spell slots here. Oh, boy. As he dismisses that, yeah.
But new rules, you don't lose the spell slot, right? If you get counter
You
spells?
keep the spell slot.
Oh.
Yeah. 100%.
Well,
yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I would like a roll-off rather than a con save, but, you know, it's still pretty fun.
Yeah.
Excellent. You still got your bonus action, everything else?
Yeah. I'm just going, since I didn't expend a spell slot, I'll cast Healing Word on our little elf guy.
Oh, excellent.
You're trying to wake him.
Okay. You're unconscious lad there. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You cast Healing Word. What do you say to him?
I say, oh, all right, boy, time to wake up. And that will be 9 points of healing.
Excellent. He.
Why would you do that?
I didn't want to wake him.
I've been taken.
You've been saved. Shut up.
We're taking you home. Seriously, shut up.
Oh, Liam Neeson, please, I've been taken. Anything else you want to do there, Sally?
Nope, I am happy with the chaos I've caused.
Beautiful, as am I. That is going to bring us down to the bronze better. The bronze better, after flinging a... Oh, yeah, he's not happy. After flinging a... After flinging a counter spell back, he is just going to... This is real nasty. This is real nasty. Those of you that have counterspell do see him dropping a spell right at the end of the alley that seems to be a cloud of spicy daggers. Oh boy, okay, at quite a high level, I will say that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As Cloud of Daggers is cast there, he races around the corner. That is a 6th level Cloud of Daggers for anyone.
So much more joy than you want to see in a DM.
Well, I can't have fun too. Excellent. That is going to bring us down to Hog there. You all would know that on your hero card turn, Sally, that you would get closer to the Cloud of Daggers. You get very close to it, but you don't have to breach it this turn, so you've got a little bit of time to reach it. Hog, what would you like to do?
Well, first thing, I'm going to try and time and release the concentration on banishment and drop the driver into the dwarven, the dwarven, what is it, chariot?
Right, yeah.
Flying chariot.
Give me a D100.
Oh, I'd love to, Governor.
I'll say anything over a 51.
It's a 61 over a 51.
Oh.
Excellent. Both dwarves, human, lands on top of them, and now they're kind of like hanging on as these two dwarves are trying to hold them off and drive as the wheels spinning around on top of them.
Well, it seems sufficiently chaotic. And for my action, I would like to blessings from the goddess Pullman on you. And I would like to bless Sally and Ilana, and I think Willow needs some blessing as well. So I will bless the three of them.
As you guys are blessed, we come down to the human on top of the dwarves there. The human on top of the dwarves is just literally going to hang on and say, I don't know what the fuck's going on! Please, stop! This is too fast! As they're kind of getting raced along there, bringing us down to your car there, Sally. If you move full speed with the car, you'll get right to the Cloud of Daggers, but it's up to you what you wish to do.
We don't have brakes.
No,
That's
we don't.
true.
Can downshift, though. Can totally downshift.
Okay.
So it's like a 5 foot radius or something. So would
right
you
at the
lose
end
much
of the
time like going around it?
Yeah, is there any
You're
space
you're in an
between?
alley because of the size of your vehicle. Yeah, you've been in an alley because of the size of your vehicle.
Yeah.
It is right where like your kind of the fuselage of your engine is like there in space that you kind of drive through it unless you smash through or jump over it or
just... we're going to do a barrel roll using the wall. So we're going to ride up the wall, go upside down over the Cloud of Daggers, and hopefully land.
Definitely not.
Excellent. I love this.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 0 on the deck stat.
Is that with
Beautiful.
bless?
Sounds right.
What
Oh
does
wait, no,
bless do?
I do have bless.
Give me bless. Give me bless.
3.
Oh my god.
Okay. You have track of how much damage your vehicle's taken, right?
18. I didn't hear how much it healed, though.
It healed 4.
Okay, so we're at 14.
8. So here's
well, no,
what's
it was 8
hilarious.
that you said half, right?
Okay. So
healed 4.
tell me, pop quiz hot shots. What's 18 plus 32?
Oh, no.
50. How many hit points do you have? 50.
Oh no!
You have 4 hit points left, thanks to
Okay.
Alana's healing. As you
Oh
turn the
my
vehicle
God.
on its side, and you turn the
Yes.
vehicle on the side, the side of the building caves in, and your vehicle kind of flips out forward. You all are thrown through the Cloud of Daggers. Thankfully, the vehicle takes the damage, and as your vehicle kind of rolls, it comes to a kind of an awkward stop, half tilted, and the wheels are still spinning, digging you into the ground as the Leonin is kind of tracing the top of the mountain there. You look back, the Cloud of Daggers is still there, and the dwarves are just wide-eyed heading towards it. That is your turn. Your vehicle is very badly hurt. 4 hit points left before your vehicle is unusable. You watch as the dwarves are going to attempt to do the same as they swing their vehicle out to the side there. Oh boy. Yeah, of course it's a nat 1.
Amazing.
You watch as the dwarven leader turns one way and the human kind of scrambles over the top, and as the human scrambles over the top, they curve back in. You watch as the little dwarven mechanic in the back's just shaking his head in the background. I'm gonna re-roll that and see what they get. It's gonna be worse, isn't it? 27 points of damage. As that 27 points of damage tears through their vehicle. They'd already taken 11, yeah. Tears through their vehicle, you watch as they go flying, as the vehicle falls apart. As they go flying, human dwarf come flying at your vehicle, and there's just a thump, 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 as they hit the side of your vehicle. You see dwarven face and human face on the side there as you guys are tilted towards them. And as they slide down the side there, they look pretty hurt, but that dwarven leader is reaching behind him for some sort of battle axe or hammer. As you guys are stalled here, there's still chance to win the race, but you are now at a dead standstill with these dwarves and this human right there with you. The human's looking at your vehicle with eyes as if to say, I could still get in this race. What would you like to do as we come back to the top of the round, Alana and Willow? What's going on?
Do you want to go
Hi.
first?
That's a great question.
Before I... Because
You
this
can do
guy
what
is
you
still
need to do.
covered in grease, right?
He is still covered in grease. Yeah. Grease is the word.
Go for it. Do it.
Is he on my side of the car?
So your car is now tilted kind of to
like-
the side. So
Yeah.
your side of the car, you're almost in the ground there, Willow. The
Okay.
sunroof is open, and they're
Uh-huh.
essentially pressed against the wheel, the window where you are on that
Oh,
that
so
bottom
they
side
are
there.
like in front of my window.
Yeah, and the sidecar's hanging out in the sky a little bit there.
Okay. So am I able to climb out the sunroof and get my
Yeah.
hands on him?
Yeah, you can climb out the sunroof. It will be all your movement to get out the sunroof, climbing at that awkward angle, like a crashed car as it starts to kind of tilt and dig itself in, and you're able to slap a hand on whichever one you want to.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out which one does more damage. Actually, instead of putting my hands on him, I'm just gonna do a firebolt.
Fire bolt or ball?
Bolt.
Beautiful. Go ahead and give me your attach roll.
Damn. 10.
10,
Oh,
yeah.
that does anything.
Goes straight past him, hits the ground.
Remember your bless.
Huh?
with-
I am blessed. Can I roll again? Is that what that happens?
No, you roll a d4.
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 And
Okay.
add it to Sylvia.
Okay. D4.
So if you get a 4, you'll hit the human.
That's the pointy one, right?
That's the point of it. Yeah.
Damn, it's only 2.
Okay, yeah. Misses all 3 of them and hits the ground there. The oil-covered dwarf kind of looks at the fire back at you and goes, no.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to lift my crossbow up and like aim it at his head.
No. It's going to bring us down to Ilana. What would you like to do?
So I have one and only one concern, and it's getting this vehicle to function. I have tinker's tools, I have smith's tools, I'm proficient in these things. If I'm scrambling around this car, just going through everything on my tool belt, just trying to look for what is the most crucially broken parts of it and trying to get whatever is going to get us just moving in the correct direction, oriented correctly on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me an intelligence, an investigation check.
You are blessed, but that doesn't help with this.
Doesn't help with ability checks, yeah.
No, it's a 13.
13. Looking at it, there's a lot wrong with this. Like the structure of the thing is falling apart. The axle might have been broken as a result of the daggers. Willow,
Wait a
light bulb
second.
moment.
I forgot that I have a +6 on my roll there. So it's actually
What were you
it was
adding?
actually 16 plus. I was just straight rolling. I wasn't adding anything.
Oh no!
You've just been rolling al
I've just
dente,
been rolling on
raw,
that day.
or yeah.
Yes.
The firebolt turns around.
So the firebolt actually hit probably.
Beautiful. We'll come to that in a moment. Ilana,
Actually, I actually had a 19.
a 19.
I'm so good. I know I may just be an apprentice in this particular
Gotcha,
shop,
gotcha.
but I
Understood.
know my fucking tools. And
Okay.
I clear my mind for a second, and I'm like, okay, I know what this is.
This
So, yeah, I
thing
got it.
needs brakes. It needs to be completely repaired. But all it needs is that second wheel to hit the ground and it's going to take off. The other thing you notice is that Willow's firebolt has hit the drips, the track of oil from when Wallace first hit him, and it is just like a fuse coming straight
no.
towards him. And he's hanging on the side of the car there.
Oh my. Shit. I'm not strong at all. I am. Yeah, I don't know.
Wallace is right next to you, or right after you.
Oh, true. I will just shout out like, this wheel needs to hit the ground, and I'm gonna start trying to like slam into the vehicle to try to do it, and I can't.
Yeah. True.
I am a scrappy small person, and I'm trying my best. It's clear what I'm trying to do, but I'm not good at it.
Excellent. I'll do what I do to Rook. Can I go ahead and get an athletics check from you, please?
Sure you can.
One more time.
That's a 6.
A 6, excellent. As you're hammering against the vehicle there, no chance, but Wallace is there. It's at this point, Willow, that you see flames building behind this dwarf who kind of pulls his axe out. As the flames catch him, I will go ahead and get your firebolt damage plus the oil damage. And as he ignites and you give me that damage, we might as well go ahead and take a little break once we see how hard. 25 plus an extra, what was it, 5 or D6 there, Wallace?
It's an additional 5.
Excellent. For a total of, hang on. Ooh, beautiful. Excellent. Boom! The flames explode around him, and as this dwarf is ignited, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Nice.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all don't get to see the behind the scenes, but our producer has been getting increasingly more erratic with the way that he's signaling that we're recording. And that was just straight up him slapping himself in the face. Fantastic. We need to release that cut. We're back. We're back here. You're on Hit Points Not Required. We're well on our way to 1,000 followers before the end of the year, I believe. That is the goal when we release something very, very interesting. And we're also getting familiar with RPGFamiliar here, hanging out with us. As we come back to this moment, Willow, the dwarf in front of you, burns in front of you, growls in pain, but he doesn't look too badly injured just yet. However, the little dwarven mechanic, what was his name? Alfie? No, Gens. Gens kind of darts back a little bit, and the humanoid moves out the way there. As that happens, that is going to bring us down to Wallace, I believe.
Alrighty, yep. I'm going to crawl out of the sunroof hatch, back on top of the vehicle. I will bonus action rage to slightly grow in size and expand my reach. And I will attempt to force the ding tire onto the ground so we can start going a little faster.
Beautiful. Give me that advantage as you...
Alrighty. I need to pull up my skills. Those are very important.
Yes, please.
Double 14s on the roll, and then plus athletics brings me to dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Excellent. Feet on the ground. You grab onto the side of the vehicle, and as the wheel hits the ground there, it skids a little bit. And the very, very badly injured car takes off again. You hanging onto the side. Wallace, give me a strength saving throw with advantage real quick, and I'm going to do the same for the other individuals on the outside. Willow, I will get one from you as well because you said you were hanging outside. Yeah. Alana, you're flying, so you can actually just hang on and fly. But here we go. What'd you get there, Wallace?
19.
19, hanging onto the side of the vehicle as it takes off again.
What am I rolling again?
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Where did my dice go? Let's do this one.
Okay.
And Jacob, would you say the tire thing was an action?
I will say that the tire thing was... I'll let that be one of your grapple actions. You can have a second attack action if you want. That's technically an unarmed strike. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah. As you pull it down, the car takes off. As the car takes off, you got 15, Willow?
I said 13.
13. Beautiful. Here's what happens. As the car takes off, the big burly dwarf hanging on, still on fire. You watch as the human just goes, bumps into you, Willow, and you both flip off the back there. As you flip off the back, you barely grab onto the back, fender of the car as it's taking off. You're kind of skidding along the ground. You all see this as the human kind of flips off the back and is hanging onto your ankle, getting dragged along the back of the car as well. We've got our humanoid at the back there. The two dwarves hanging on. The mechanic seems to be crawling under the car. The mechanic dwarf seems to be crawling under the car to where he feels most safe. But Wallace, you see this in this moment. You've got the rest of your turn.
Yeah, I would like to use my other action to grapple Willow if she is within reach.
Excellent. Yeah, crawl to the back of the car and you lay a big, meaty, hairy, bare hand on Willow and you hold on to her. She feels a little bit heavier than normal and you look up and you see that there is someone just hanging onto the back of her ankle as it drags along the gravel.
Noted. Thank you.
Noted. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. That's going to bring us down to Sally. Car kicks off. As it kicks off, you go speeding towards this ramp that leads up and over the mouth of the cavern and back down the other side towards the finish line. What would you like to do as your car heads towards this steep kind of slope?
Yeah. Can I see the Leonin at this point?
You can see the Leonin. The Leonin has a little bit of a further kind of distance from you. He's 90 feet from you, but in your action, you can get yourself a little bit closer to him.
Cool. And would plant growth slow down the cars?
There's only one way to find out.
Awesome. I would like to cast plant growth 150 feet in front of me, just right in front of the Leonin, and make it only covering the road, maybe 20 feet out. And we're going to do some off-roading.
Excellent. That little like 20-foot path that his chariot is kind of heading across, that gets filled with the entangling the plant growth there, just over the top of the apex of the huge kind of entryway to the mountain there. He has a number of choices: try and drive up, try and drop off the edge, or drive through. We'll see what happens. But that plant growth springs to form there.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Ilana. As I kind of look out the car, I see one of the men running at me, and I see Ilana, and I say, "Hey, watch this!" And as a dance bard, I can take an unarmed strike as part of my Bardic Inspiration, and so I'd like to hit this guy with the back of my hand.
The guy on the back of the car,
or
or one of the dwarves.
One of the dwarves.
Just you wind down the window and just go and slap him. Yeah. Give me an attack roll there.
I'm so inspired.
That's only a 15.
A 15 will
Are you
not.
blessed?
Oh, I am blessed. That is a 18. Thank you.
What did you get there?
Thank Our Lady Pullman.
18.
Yeah. You slap the dwarf that's on fire. Go ahead and give me damage there.
Mm-hmm. And this will actually be force damage. Only 5.
5 points of force damage. Nice. You smack him there. As you smack him, he kind of takes it across the face. He's looking in the window and he points at the dwarven kid there. The dwarven kid goes, "That's him! That's the one! That's the one!" Kind of scrambles back out the way. Anything else you want to do, Sally?
That's all I can. I mean, if I can just make the car go as fast as possible.
Okay, yeah, you continue on up and around. That is going to bring us over to our Leonin. He now has a big old ball of nonsense in front of him. As his chariot races towards it, oh boy, he is going to... Decisions. He is going to... He's not so concerned with you guys. He really needs to make it out here. So he is going to attempt to ride the hill up on a much steeper angle where there's no road. He's going to try and drive the horses up. There is a danger of him tipping and falling. I'm going to give him one roll here of the dice. It is going to be a dexterity check. Those dice can go get fucked. That's a 3 for a dirty 1. And you watch as the chariot tips and he falls, and the horses thankfully kind of reach the ball at the front hits the tangled kind of vine there, and as it does, it kind of jams up and he goes and gets flung from the chariot as he tips, and you just watch as this Leonin goes flying down. Go ahead, Sally, if you could go ahead and roll... I need to double check how high up this thing is. Can you go ahead... Can you go ahead and roll 8d6 for me as he plummets 80 feet?
As a 6.
8 of them, please.
I'm going to add this for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 29
points of damage as he hits the ground prone in front of the rail that goes into the mountain there. As he hits the ground there, he's wincing, and you can see another 80 or so feet from him is the start/finish line, the completion of the circuit, and he just starts to crawl his way towards it there. He's got 80 feet to go. It's going to take him a little bit. Anything else you want to do, Sally? No, that's his turn. That is going to bring us down. You've done enough. That's going to bring us down to Hog. What would you like to do?
Does it look like Wallace needs assistance to get Willow back on there with the dead weight that's attached to her ankle?
It looks like Wallace has Willow secured, and would probably be able to pull Willow in no problem. But there is definitely a little dingleberry of a human hanging on as well.
No, I'm worried. I don't worry about dingleberries. They're fine. I'm just going to take my wrench and just hold it out to the car and channel the divine energy of Our Lady Pullman into healing the car, and use my channel divinity to attempt to heal it for 15 points.
15 points. Excellent. Yeah, same as Alana. That will be halved. But yeah, absolutely 7 points of healing there to your vehicle as it splutters in appreciation. Anything else you want to do, Hog?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around. Chocolate, where's the chocolate that you backed?
That brings us down to
looking at my pockets, and I'm like, fuck.
The human, Hastefort, hanging on the back of Willow, starts to claw her way up you, Willow. And as she claws her way up you, she kind of presses you into the road as you're like skidding along it. And she places her hand on your wrist there, Wallace, that's hanging onto Willow. And she uses her movement and her action to start to kind of climb her way back onto the vehicle. She says, "Excuse me, thank you very much." And she's just going to climb. She's equal with you now, Wallace, and kind of hanging onto you and hanging onto the car, climbing past you. She hasn't left your range of attack yet, but she is definitely pressing Willow into the...
Definitely pressing her luck.
Yes. That is going to bring us down to our car. Sally, where's the car go?
We're going straight through the plant growth.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You curve around through the plant growth. Do you drop plant growth or you leave it up there?
I can't drop it.
Beautiful. You hit the plant growth. As you hit the plant growth, everything kind of stops all of a sudden, and there's this mincing as almost like a shredder. The plant, the vine gets spat in the air. Like mowing or whippersnipping without a bag, you, Wallace, and Willow start to get sprayed with all this
I'm so glad I'm
green.
wearing goggles.
Goodness. That is going to bring us down to the dwarves. Somewhere in the vehicle, the little mechanic dwarf is going to... you hear him shuffle in underneath above where the axle is, near where the floorboards are, and you watch as the elven guy says, the young elven kid says, I think I can hear one of them under me, as the mechanic is kind of crawling around in the guts of the car there. The big guy is going to reach in finally with his axe, and he's just going to try and hit you there, Sally. Just kind of...
Come at me.
2 attacks. The first one is a big old 27. Oh, boy.
I think that will hit.
Okay. The other one, however, is going to be a dirty 20.
That will hit as well.
Okay. That is going to be... Oh, that's a big old 1, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20 points of slashing damage with those 2 hits. And he starts to try and claw his way in. He's grinning and he says, "This vehicle will be mine, and that bounty will be mine." And as he's kind of halfway in the window there, you can see him, his armor seems to have these angry spikes on it. But that is going to be his turn, bringing us back around top to Alana and Willow as you're racing across the top of the archway there. You can see the finish line's not too far away. The Leonin clawing his way there. Willow, Alana, what would you like to do?
Do you want to go first, or shall I?
I would like to get pulled up.
Let me help you out a little. I'm gonna, I will anchor myself on top of the car, just like steady myself as best I can, and slowly take careful aim with my hand crossbow that I pull out of my little utility belt and fire at the person who is crawling up Willow right now.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an attack roll. She's not looking too good, the Hastefoot.
That's a 25.
25 hits. Go ahead and give me your damage.
And let's see. there's going to be some stuff added onto this. So that's a 9 to start with. And then, let's see, plus 14. So that's 23, plus another 3 radiant damage is 26 points of damage.
Beautiful. As you're tearing through the plant growth, tell me how you handle this creature. Take the spotlight and tell me how you
bracing myself on the car and glancing over my shoulder and seeing the finish line up ahead, and then glancing to the back of the vehicle and seeing this dead weight and someone crawling closer to our car. I slowly pull out the hand crossbow and just aim dead in the eye and fire. And the bolt is streaked with silver light as it flies and just embeds straight in the eye socket. That person trying to crawl onto our prototype.
Flies off the back of the car and is immediately kind of pulled into the plant growth, just like yanked there as you guys drive on.
That's it.
Beautiful. Willow, what would you like to do?
I am going to then wild shape into a giant constrictor snake.
Excellent. Wallace goes from holding your hand to just holding you by the enormous head. Yeah.
Makes it a little easier. And then I have to wait for Wallace to pull me back up.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to hold? Anything else? Any actions or anything?
Not much else I can do while I'm a snake.
Excellent. Beautiful. That is going to bring us down to you, Wallace.
Willow, could I offer you a strategical advice?
Sure, yeah.
Do you want to hold your action to grapple somebody?
Oh, yeah. Can I do that?
You absolutely can.
Also, I'll telekinesis speak to Alana through my mind saying, thanks for that.
What was that?
Kalashtar.
Points her crossbow around. Wallace, what would you like to do?
I'm going to pull Willow up, and then there's currently, remind me where the enemies are at the moment.
There is one somewhere under the car, but you do see little dwarven legs kind of kicking out from the driver's side window as he's halfway in the window trying to hit Sally.
Okay, that's our driver. We don't need anybody fucking up our driver. I'm going to position Willow. I'm going to pull her up and kind of snake her around to the window so that she can grab on to the hitchhiker.
Yeah, like one of those sticky hands you get in Carnival Bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Willow, go ahead and give me an athletics roly-poly there.
17.
Beautiful. Yeah. Wallace, as you swing Willow around, Willow, you're able to literally, like, as you get to the window there, you just wrap around him once, and you have the dwarf by the hips as he's in there trying to get Sally.
Sweet.
Then I would like to use my action to yank.
Absolutely. You yank. As you yank, give me an athletics check with advantage.
Not amazing. That's going to be 9. Oh, wait, Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration. Yeah.
10.
My God.
And okay, so this is your first attack action, right?
Yeah.
That is a. Where are we? That is going to be a say. Where are we? Athletics. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So not a save by mush. But that first yank doesn't quite pull him free. You watch Sally as you see the snake wrap around him. He's kind of menacing, and then you feel something targeting us. Oh, and he kind of. And then Wallace, anything else you want to do?
Yep, second action. Gonna
Go
yank
for it.
again.
Give me another yank. I'll tell you right now, you just need to beat a 14.
Well, that's good, because that was a 10 on the roll, so 16 in total.
The dwarf leaves his axe behind it, hits the ground as he's yanked from the window. As he's yanked from the window, at the apex of that swing, 80 feet up, Willow, would you like to release your grapple, or would you like to hold on to him?
Oh yeah, I'm releasing.
Beautiful. Here's what I would like you to do, Willow. Could you go ahead and roll a D100 for me?
Okay.
This will determine how far he team rockets.
Okay.
Amazing.
Oh God.
80 flat.
80 flat. Excellent. You fling him, and 80 feet. He flies out 80 feet and drops 80 feet. Go ahead. Wallace, you haven't rolled a whole bunch of dice. I'm going to need 8d6 from you for his damage.
Roll
Alrighty,
what
let me
kind
do
of
that.
dice?
Roll that Misty Mountain dice.
Thank you.
Well, actually, these are virtual dice because I don't have that many d6s on me. 24.
You're gonna have to pick up
24.
some more dice.
And where would
At
you do that?
MistyMountainGaming.com, where you can use promo code RPGFamiliar to save 10% off your entire order. Look
way
for
you'll
this
have
logo.
Plenty of
It's also on
D6s
screen.
next time. Yeah.
Very true.
Especially if Willow starts to get used to casting Fireball, you're gonna need.
You'll need more dice.
He hits the ground.
True.
As he hits the ground, 80 feet across, he lands no more than like 10 feet from the finish line because you flung him 80 feet across. You watch as he lands right near the finish line. He's like, and he looks up, he looks back, sees the Leonin crawling towards him. He looks up and sees you guys with your huge vehicle coming down the ramp, and he looks back and he goes, and he starts clawing his way to the finish line as well.
Does it count if you just crawl across?
You don't
Hey.
have a vehicle.
Who knows?
Find out.
I believe that's my turn.
that
I will
is your
actually end my rage so that I shrink in size.
Excellent. Shrink inside.
And
You've
I'll
still got a
I'll
whole
position Willow onto the actual car before I do that.
Nice. Excellent. You can position Willow on the car. Willow, your huge snake form pops in through the sunroof, and the young elf who's been pointing it. Yeah, they're pointing in the window, goes, and is continuing to freak out. That is going to bring us down to you, Sally. What would you like to do?
Yes. How far away are the people trying to get to the finish line?
So the dwarven dude, he is 15 feet away, and the Leonin, whose turn is after yours, is like 70 feet away, like 80 feet away. He's at the mouth of the mountain, whereas the finish line's 80 feet that way.
I see.
Yeah. So you're closer to the Leonin than the dwarf as you come down the ramp there.
Man. I'm just going to cast slow such that it hits the Leonin and us. Wait, no, just the Leonin.
Okay.
Why not?
Excellent. A slow on the Leonin. What's the saving throw you need from me there?
17 whiz.
Yeah, no, that's a 12 for an 11. And the Leonin, who's broken and beaten, crawling along the rails there, is now moving even slower. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
Excellent. Vehicle racing down the way there. The Leonin, you watch as he is slowed. He begins to start casting a spell, but I believe he has to do that next turn. What did he roll? As he starts casting a spell, trying to get himself maybe a little quicker, the slow debuffs him, and he's going to complete that spell at the end of a turn, which gives you a little bit of time to get past him there as your car kind of races right near him. As that happens, that is going to bring us down to you, Hog. What would you like to do? The finish line is in sight.
Oh, that's Sally's job. Sally's got that. There's a dwarf in the underbelly, in the undercarriage of the car, if I remember correctly.
According to the elven individual, yeah.
I'm gonna take my key and slide open the bottom of this as a door, to look at that that person and recognize it was the person that was coming over previous to the race, right? That's the same one. I'm gonna take my wrench and I'm gonna say, "You're never getting the ignition sequence," and I'm gonna smack him with my wrench.
So what I was gonna say was, as you smack him, is as you open up the bottom of the vehicle, you can see he's like wrapping tape around the axle, and he says, "I know it's not much, but I'm like, ah!" And you.
No.
He was just trying to help.
It's a 16 hit him.
A 16 will hit him, yeah.
Fantastic. That is gonna hit for 15 points of 15 points of damage.
Let me make a saving throw real quick.
Poor guy.
And as a bonus action, then I'm gonna throw a searing smite on top of it.
Go for it. Go for it.
For another 7 points of damage.
Okay. Here's what happens. 7 points on top of that. You hit him, and with that searing smite, he tumbles under the car, and you watch as the roll of tape goes zzz, this real thick masking tape. You look back at the back of the vehicle, and he is holding onto the roll of tape that's very quickly unwinding, and he's kind of on both feet, barefoot, like water, like rock skiing behind the vehicle as the tape kind of unwinds. As the tape unwinds, the searing smite starts to kind of burn the tape as well, and he goes no. And after a second, it just twing, and he no, and you watch as he just continues to barefoot water ski into a building. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna be there looking for my chocolate. I'm just gonna like be looking all around to see if I can find some chocolate because I need a little hit right now.
Excellent. That is going to bring us down to our human who is dead, which brings us down to you, Sally. It is your turn, then it is the dwarf's turn, who, with his movement and action, crawling, will cross the finish line. You have one chance to get to the finish line before him. What is it your vehicle would like to do? And I would like to open this up to the entire team to see how you all help each other cross this finish line as the dwarf is next.
So we need more speed?
More speed. Yes.
I'm gonna try and push Wallace off the vehicle. Get out, big lug! You're slowing us down.
How far are we from the dwarf?
You are a good... So you would be 65 feet from the dwarf.
I have an idea.
Yeah. If we're allowed to take actions right now.
You tell me what you guys want to do. You essentially have one big group action there as Hog is pushing Wallace.
Willow, fastball?
Fastball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to wild shape again into a cat.
And then I'm going to drink my potion of growth and chuck Willow as hard as I can towards the finish line.
Okay. Beautiful. Alana, Sally, what are you guys doing?
I am pushing off of the car and taking up into the air. Bonus action dash and full movement to get as close as I can to this guy, and then from above pulling out the hand crossbow, just firing right down into him.
Excellent. And Sally?
I'm just
Pedal to the metal.
yeah, pedal to the metal.
Beautiful.
As hard as I can.
Excellent. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to start with Hog. Hog, you are going to make an athletics check to try and push Wallace out, which will affect how well Wallace throws Willow. Hog, I need an athletics check from you. Wallace, I need a strength or dexterity saving throw, please.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 5.
Perfect.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's a 13 on my deck save.
With that natural 1, you kind of push him, but as you do, you build some centrifugal force with him, and you actually spin him a bit. And Wallace, you have advantage on your athletics check to throw Willow.
Amazing.
Alrighty, am I rolling that now?
Yes, please.
Alrighty. That is a 19.
19. Willow is yeeted out of the car there. Alana, as a cat comes flying past you, you fire down at the dwarf. Go ahead and give me your attack roll. It will be with disadvantage because he is prone.
Okay. So, oh, they're both the same. 21.
Oh, yeah. Give me your damage.
Ugh, it's only 6. Actually,
6.
plus 3, so 9.
Okay, here's what happens. Cat goes flying past you. You fire the bolt. The bolt flies down. As the bolt flies down, his hand just before the finish line reaching, and the bolt goes and pins his hand to the ground. The cat lands. Willow, real quick dex save with advantage because you're a cat, just to land it. As the cat lands, tell me what you got there, Willow.
It's one roll and then... Okay. 18.
18. As the cat lands, it lands in front of the dwarf, his hand pinned, and he just kind of looks up and goes, ugh. As he looks up, you, Willow, your eyes go wide, and you just dart to one side, and he turns around as Sally just rolls over the top of him. And we are officially out of initiative. Round of applause for everyone.
Yes. One problem, I think, we still have no breaks.
Oh yeah, you're still going.
No.
So the announcer goes, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have it." Oh, okay. And you continue past everything there. How do you guys want to try and stop this vehicle?
Oh, I'm used to this. I do a hockey stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna also while
an Akira slide.
Akira slide, yes.
Akira slide.
Okay.
I'm also gonna kind of pull out a crowbar from my belt and just kind of wedge it into a spot that will kind of lock the wheels a bit to help this sort of screeching stop.
I'm just gonna cut the line with the fuel.
Excellent, yeah. You manage to stop the vehicle as it slides. The wheel's still spinning for a bit, and after a few moments, it just kind of as the fuel line is cut, and you guys sit there smoking almost destroyed vehicle as the side pops open. You guys are the victors. As you guys are announced the victors, the beautiful kind of bluish changeling steps up and says, "Well, unfortunately, we have no vehicles to which we can give you the pink slips. However, I guess first right of refusal, next race."
Perfect.
I think the other owners just each owe us a car. They just gotta make a car and then deliver it to
Just
you.
gotta get one.
Yeah.
Dwarf is literally just
now. We'll take it within the next 20 days.
Yeah.
the dwarf, much like the end of Die Hard, the dwarf comes stumbling out of the crowd, hand bleeding. He just kind of points at the group of you and starts running towards all of you.
Hand crossbow.
Excellent. Wallace, I saw you tense up to do something as well.
Yeah, I was just going to prepare my vicious great axe and get ready to cleave him in half, but I don't think he's going to make it that far.
Give me an attack roll, Alana, real quick, as he sprints towards you.
That's a 26.
You hit him square in the chest, and he stumbles forward, and kind of leans on, as you're holding your axe there, he kind of leans on the axe, kind of leans on it there, and kind of looks at you, Wallace, and goes, yeah, just give me a sec. Yeah. And just kind of slumps dead on the axe, upright.
Oh.
I'll just one digit paw push him over.
And I hand it back to you guys here.
All right. Come on, Alana. And I'm going to go over to the car and start casting mending, repairing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I follow and just start pulling tools out of my belt. And as he's magically mending things, I'm following along and tightening up manually with tools and stuff like that, fixing things up.
Mm-hmm.
I trot my way back over to check on the elven guy.
Yeah, Gerard, he is kind of there, a little bit
I'm
scared.
going to stay as a cat and just hop into the chair, in front of him, just staring at him and just talk to him through my mind. It's just we're here from orders from Mom. We're taking you home.
He kind of stops for a second. He goes, "Please, I'm so fucking scared."
Would you like to pet my head? I'm told it's very calming.
Oh, okay. And he goes to pat your head and kind of pulls his hand back. He says, "I've gone to do this before, and the darn thing's go." And kind of, but you're not gonna.
I'm not an actual cat, so yes, you can do it.
Okay. He starts to
You have my consent.
scratch your head, enthusiastic consent, as he kind of scratches you, and he's there, breathing more and more comfortably, and he seems to have calmed down a little bit.
There we go. We'll get you home real soon. Hey, Hog! How much longer?
Oh, shouldn't be more than 3 or 4 days.
Excuse me?
Okay, I can probably make it 2 days if I don't take a pee break.
You good for 2 or 3 days, kid?
Wait, he takes a whole day's worth of pee breaks?
He's a little guy.
Right. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time here in Low Reach, but as long as I'm with you guys, I feel safe.
Yeah,
You'll be safe with us. As I like pop my head in.
Oh,
He's very friendly.
okay. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Gerard. I've got a little bit of coin to my name if we need to find somewhere to stay in Low Reach before we head back up to my mum. And essentially, he organizes lodgings for you. How do the next 3 days go of you guys post-race, pre-taking him back? This is not our epilogue. We'll get to that. This is a 3 days of downtime that I never thought I'd find in a one shot.
Well, I'm gonna pretty shortly after this race ends, pull out that black scarf that I can shake out, lay it out on the ground, and pop open a hole in the ground, which, thank God, is full of spare parts. Including, we threw a spare tire in there earlier. So
That may make it a day and a half.
it's almost a portable shop right in there. I've got so much extra junk, so hopefully that'll speed up the repairs a little bit.
Excellent.
Sally is going to every single restaurant in town and saying, I won that race. Yeah, the one that caused all that destruction, I won it. And just bragging all over town.
Yeah, it's not so much a like ritzy restaurants, but those kind of cute little hovels and things like that you get free drinks and the like. And it's not too long before one of the bars you go to on the second night. You're at the bar and someone slides over and you see this very beaten and bruised looking Leonin who's just kind of there, stitches over one eye. He just kind of looks across and just says, "That was some very good racing." And he kind of moves palms across what looks to be a golden carrot. It's the key to my chariot. And as he kind of pushes that over to you, "I've left it out front for you, all repaired. Fair and square."
Thank you, and I hold out my hand to shake. That was a beautiful cloud of daggers you left for us. You are a great racer as well.
Oh, shucks. I only did what I thought I needed to. Perhaps I'll see you around next race.
Perhaps? No, definitely. What am I talking about? I'm addicted to it.
Kind of gets up and leaves, and you have that vehicle there. Wallace, Willow, anything you guys are doing?
We're probably playing bodyguard to this elven guy as he becomes a tourist to the Low Reach.
Yeah, we are his scary dog privileges.
Yeah, he's walking around the Low Reach markets, and he says, "So people pay for these groceries? Interesting. Excuse me, kind sir, could I have one apple?" "You mean you want an apple?" "Yes." And he kind of hands over 10 gold piece for the apple, and the
How
guy
much
goes,
did an apple cost?
Thank you very much." Yes. Takes it all, hands him an apple.
We're not going to correct him.
No.
The shopkeep flicks you a gold coin each, keeps the other 8. After not too long, Hog, Elana, you have this vehicle back in working order without the main parts and the main garage you have higher up on the mountain in Ryama. It's functional. It looks more like a war machine you'd find in Avernus than something slick, but it definitely works and it's definitely healed.
And
Did you
know
add
what?
a brace this time?
I was just about to say we with all the weight we saved from the parts that we couldn't put back on, we could put the brakes in this time.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I think we chucked them in this hole at some point in the past. We were like, we'll deal with those later.
Is that a necessary part of a car? I've never seen one with it. Is that what
I
that
think
other
it's optional.
pedal
It's
does?
a feature. You know?
Oh, okay.
Beautiful. You guys cruise back up the mountain towards the main kind of city of Riama, that beautiful kind of those white buildings, the very Minas Tirith kind of vibe to it. And you, Hog, Alana, Sally, head back towards the Lady Hearth's.
2 vehicles, right?
2 vehicles, yeah.
vehicles, right?
Sally driving one, you driving the other, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys pull up, you're able to press the button and the door to the undergarage kind of opens and you're able to cruise on in there. Your elven friend has become a little more cheerful, a little more understanding of the lower class, perhaps, and looks at you, Wallace and Willow, and says, I'm so used to having such kind of broody, boring bodyguards. Are you looking for a contract? Because I wouldn't mind getting out and about a bit more if Mum lets me.
Yeah, you seem alright, kid.
Jolly good. Spiffing.
And
Fantastic.
perhaps if you would like to see more nature side of the world, we have a grove you could visit.
I will check with Mama as quickly as I can. Mama, I'm back! And he kind of goes trotting off up the stairs there, leaving you guys alone for a moment.
Hog, which one do you think is faster, the prototype or this bad boy?
It depends on what kind of modifications we're going to do to that, right? You don't think we're going to like leave it as it is? That didn't really seem like it was much of a racing vehicle, to be honest.
Yeah. I was thinking like fire breath from the horses. That sounds like a good improvement. Maybe caltrops or something behind.
Caltrop droppings from the horse.
Yes.
We can definitely add those in. We'll save weight. We'll just take off the brakes.
Perfect. Never use them anyway.
Excellent.
Overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Footsteps coming down the stairs there, as you see the white silver hair, the garish outfit of Laurel Hearth, as she steps down. Her son kind of holding onto her. I mean, he's straight up like a 20-something-year-old dude, but he's kind of tugging at her arm as if he's a toddler. And he says, "That's them. That's the ones there. The big bear and the woman there. And I know Hog. I know Alana, but they saved me. They all saved me." And kind of gestures towards the driver and the red pantsuit or the red racing stripes. Can you reward them, Mama? And she says, yes, of course. Give me a moment, please, alone with the heroes. And he goes, yes, of course. He looks at you two and says, I'll be upstairs if you need me. And heads upstairs.
And I turn to Willow and I'm like, oh, yeah, actually, I did know him.
Good to know, Hog.
Oh yeah, I've had drinks with him like every Friday night.
You guys are just very focused on the race when we first arrived at the track.
I mean, to be fair, if it's not a car, I really don't look at it very intently. They all look the same to me.
Copy that.
Hog is one of the foremost autophiliacs that we have here.
I can tell.
Well, status report. Is it running? Is it safe? Do we have our money? Do we have... Well, you obviously have my boy.
I just pull out the ransom money and just like, still accounted for.
Takes it. She takes it. She holds on to it. She says, feels like you've not taken a penny from it. How very noble of you. Kind of sets it to the side there. She says, well, name your price. Obviously your, wages will be paid, but you've shown an outstanding amount of capability here. You've brought me back the prototype, you've brought me back the coin, and you've brought me back my baby boy. That can't be ignored. so I'm feeling generous. Speak quickly before my generosity wanes.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
Well, your son seems to have taken a liking to us and requested that we are put as his permanent bodyguards.
There's another issue with your business practices and your pollution. Perhaps you could find a way to cut that back a bit.
She looks at you, considers you both for a second. As she considers you both for a second. Well, perhaps if there was some sort of tax installed to kind of penalize us for, having so many greenhouse emissions. But until that happens, I don't see any incentive for me to do so. She kind of stops for a second. She says, but for the personal bodyguards of my son, I will start to instill better practices. That means you, Hog, Ilana, we're going to be going green. So you need to find a better way to fuel this vehicle.
Mm-hmm. I pop my head out from underneath the prototype. And say, if you're giving out rewards, a little more funding would really go much further. We've seen what this prototype can do, but it could do a whole lot more. Have you heard of adamantium?
Scoops up the coin, tosses it to you. As she tosses it to you, it hits the car, spiders everywhere, and she says, fine, take that, go green. If you're using adamantium, please don't build another Wolverine. We don't need one. There's only one Wolverine as far as I'm concerned.
That's a good name for the prototype.
Oh, it is. Yeah, we'll elongate the mincers on the wheel. Oh, perfect.
Looks at you, Sally, and says, and you, quite capable driver. I'm always happy to come to you, Sally, for our racing needs, but is there more I can do for you?
Of course. Can you host a racing event?
What sort of racing event? A car racing event?
Yes. One with many destructible little tables and stuff all over the course. A little hazards here and there.
Some sort of derby?
Yes, exactly. That's a great word for it. A derby.
Destructive derby. I've coined the phrase. It'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking Sally Cart.
Turns to you, Hog, and says,
"Oh, that's
and
what
Hog,
this will be called." Yes.
And Hog, loyal as ever. What can I do for you?
Oh well, I mean, we talked about those cocoa baths, the warm cocoa baths. I've been asking for that forever.
Well, I will, as long as it doesn't, looks at Wallace, as long as it doesn't kind of affect the environment, I'll be sure to make cocoa baths for you. Well, thank you all. Willow, Wallace, whenever you're ready, my son is in your care. Kind of turns on her heel and steps up the stairs there. And as she steps up the stairs there, I think that's a good place to leave our story. And make sure you jump in the Discord to see the epilogue, see what happens to our characters in the next few seconds, hours, days, weeks, months, years, centuries, where their adventures take them next. Thank you very much. I'll throw it over to Chuckles there.
Yay! Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this wacky, wild, zany adventure. Be sure to tune in for future episodes of Sally Cart. We will definitely be bringing something interesting out of that, I am sure. Thank you to Rook for doing all of the production work on this, as always. Tip of the cap to you, sir. And I would like to leave it with the kindly folks of this cast to tell us where we can find them, what they have going on, what is happening, and we are going to start with James.
Hello. First of all, very honored to be a part of this collaboration with Hit Points Not Required. You can find me over on the RPG Familiar channel and Krystal over on the RPG Familiar channel, where we do all kinds of themed one-shots, Reddit story readings, and content breakdowns for Tales of the Valiant, which is another game system by Kobold Press.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Violet.
Oh, that's me. I'm Violet. That's the one that's me. You can always find me here, and hit points not required, playing games or hanging out in the chat or talking about random bullshit during our happy hours. Just, I'm always around.
Fantastic. Jacob.
Yeah, you can find me at Jacob Ryan Mation at different places. You can also find me at Theatre of the Mind Flayer, another silly little D&D podcast that we do with friends, improvisers here in Vancouver. And on the Hit Points Not Required sites, I am there, and we have some big stuff coming up.
We do indeed. Where can we find Krystal?
As Jane said, I'm mostly on RPGFamiliar, but if you want to find me individually, you can look up Krystal Lay Plays on pretty much anything. You'll find it.
Fantastic. Vi.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Violent Fire, but also at any ATL RPG event in Atlanta. I DM and play, so come find me.
Fantastic. I have played in some of those. They are fantastic. So if you're in the Atlanta area, stop out. It's always a good time. I, of course, am Chuckles. I am available here on the Hit Points Not Required network, whether it's happy hours or one-shots or our upcoming studio shoot, soon to be released. And if you want to get fantastic gifts, prizes, t-shirts, coasters, a book signed by Brennan Lee Mulligan, perhaps a seat at a certain event where you can play Dungeons and Dragons with your favorite dungeon master, please subscribe or join or follow or do the appropriate thing on all of our or any of our social networks in order to stay apprised of what's going on and be eligible for our drawings. And with that, we would like to say thank you, good night, and remember, hit points are not required to get familiar with a good time.
He said the thing. He said both the things.
Love it. Love it.
Ever seen that guy